Now, you may seem like a sensitive guy, and you may seem offended by this, or you sound like you're offended by this. Yeah, then you turn around and put in your feed that you want somebody to lose their livelihood from coaching an NFL team. You're looking forward to firing people on TV, on the radio, podcast, whatever we're doing. We're doing all of the above. Now you're trying to take somebody's livelihood away. So go ahead. So you insensitive person, you. Who do you want to fire now on a Wednesday in October?
This is the beauty of this, Holley. This is why I always say we have to understand, hey, these people are entertainers. Ain't nobody losing their job as an NFL coach who isn't still getting paid. You're going to get paid out the rest of your contract. You're going to get paid out the rest of your contract probably more than the lowest paid player on your team. So we got to understand that. The people who need to go, the people who have not earned their paychecks,
definitely more than the lowest paid
Staley
player on your team.
with the Chargers. I don't know how many years we're going to waste of Justin Herbert's skill set with this guy who doesn't seem to be able to put it together. Brian Daboll with the Giants. I'm sorry, but this team is a step away from a rebuild. Daniel Jones is not the man. He ain't him. He ain't her. He ain't they. He is nobody. He is not that guy. He is not that person. He's not that player. He's not even just a guy.
Done.
Okay? He is nothing. He is something on Saquon Barkley's cleats. That is all Daniel Jones is at this particular point. And Brian Daboll is not going to be the coach to be able to take them out of this. And of course, my personal favorite, king of all under the buses, the man who has made it his entire career to blame other people for his own bad decision-making mistakes, the man who the past has caught up with him and the future ain't got no place for him, Sean Payton, who has talked cash money nonsense since this summer about anything and everybody and has led the Broncos to a 1-5 record.
So why you got Bill Belichick and you have two asterisks next to Bill Belichick's name? What's that all about?
Because I think Bill Belichick might be in the Greg Popovich territory, which is Popovich, we don't know if the game has passed him by yet, right? He couldn't seem to work things out with Kawhi Leonard. I don't know, a lot of people can't seem to work things out with Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard doesn't seem to know if he likes getting on the court or if he just likes apples. We don't know about Kawhi Leonard. So we'll see if Greg Popovich can have a second, third, fourth renaissance of his coaching career with Wemby this season. If he turns Wemby into a rookie of the year kind of player, then okay, then maybe Greg hasn't lost his step. Bill Belichick, I put in the same category. Matt Jones may not be the man, but that doesn't mean Bill Belichick can't coach anymore. You're coming after Tom Brady. It's going to be hard to find another franchise quarterback. I don't think 1.5 sort of mediocre seasons since Tom Brady left means that Belichick can't coach. It doesn't mean that suddenly the Belichickian way doesn't make any sense. You also happen to be in a really, really tough division. You have a great defense with the Jets. You have a juggernaut with Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. And then you have the Miami Dolphins, who, as long as they can get 12 good weeks out of Tua, maybe 12, at most 12, they might be the most explosive offense we've seen since the 98 Minnesota Vikings or the greatest show on turf for Kurt Warner. So I don't think Belichick needs to be out of a job just yet. But these other folks, they don't know what they're doing.
So you're the problem. You're the problem with American culture right now. You're the problem with the culture. Right now, you're just ungrateful. You put Brian Daboll on the list. You realize this time last year, the Giants of 2022 were expected to perform like the Giants of 2023. We all knew they were bad. We all knew Brian Daboll did a wonderful job with a not-so-talented team. He was coach of the year last year with a team that overperformed. And now that his team is playing to expectations, we get headlines like that the honeymoon is over, heading for the hot seat. This is why the Giants are quietly a bad organization too. We always make fun of the Jets, but the Jets haven't won it. The Giants have won 2 Super Bowls in the last 15 years. So we praise them, two in the last 16, 17 years. But they're stupid. And come on. They weren't supposed to be good. And now that they're bad, like they're supposed to be, like they were supposed to be last year, now we go change it around. They performed out of order last year. 22 was supposed to be 23 and vice versa. They got it wrong. They were confused. Wires and signals and neurons were crossed with the Giants. Jason. I'm so disappointed.
See, Holley, out of order is giving me my ice cream before my T-bone steak. That's out of order. Okay, out of order is watching Revenge of the Sith instead of A New Hope. That's out of order. Okay, having a great team that makes the playoffs your first year and then they stink it up the next year, that ain't out of order. That's bad coaching. And when you recognize that you pay $60 million to a highly mediocre quarterback who doesn't take nearly as much heat as he should, given how much money they paid him, that is also a coaching issue. I ask you this, because I can tell you what the identity is of the Vikings. I can tell you what the identity is of a team like the Colts. I can even tell you what the identity is of the Houston Texans. What's the identity of the Giants other than blue and begging for Saquon Barkley to show up? Nothing. They have no identity. And that's a coaching issue. I should know who you are. Detroit has an identity. The Giants have no identity.
Hey, thank you for watching Brother from Another. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, go ahead and do that now. Don't forget you can catch us 3 to 4 weekdays on PeacockTV.com and on Sirius XM Channel 85.